I'll hold it for you. Yeah, well, yeah, test 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, before we get started, we're going to turn to face the east. We're going to give our praises, honor, glory to.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Hey, double honors to the apostles, the bishops, the elders of GMS who teach and who will. And peace and love to the elect of the nation of Israel. Hey, with the GMS Memphis camp, come back out here through the spirit power of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushai Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, which is America, man. The Lord come back to do that, right? He come back to destroy Babylon the Great and deliver the elect only, man. Only the elect will be saved out of their destruction. And two-thirds of his own people, his chosen people, two-thirds according to Zechariah, the 13th chapter, they will be cut up and die. They will take the same fate as the heathens, man. Right? So we really got to ask ourselves, if the Lord come back to destroy two-thirds of his own people, how much more the heathens, man? So heathens will not be saved, man. Right? So Lord willing, this camp be edified to the land. We're going to start in the book of Sirach, chapter 2. The Lord willing, this camp be edified to the elect only.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 2, starting at the top. It says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Read it one more time.
It says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord. It says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord.
Wait, my son, thou come to serve the Lord. You got in your mind that you want to serve the Lord and how much you want to stop. You want to come in and you want to do the work. Right? What say?
It says, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Like prepare your mind for temptations. And temptations can come in many forms, man. Right? Losing your woman, losing your job, right? Losing your car, wallet, however it may be. Those are different types of temptations that you must endure, that you should count the cost.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
That's how you know this is true. You know, because when we start to really seek the Lord while He made us blind, and we start to call upon the name of the Lord, and you start to go through certain things, or through certain things not strange. It's certain trials, don't think it's strange. Alright, because guess what? You come to the knowledge that we have about my side, it comes with suffering.
So today, in Acts 9,
But here it is, that's why the prophet, how much he did, comfort. So even though we bring out and we heard the bad news with destruction, all right, and Jacob trouble and everything that go along with it, but the comfort is that the Lord, all right, is a shield to them that put their trust in Him. All right, so guess what? When you go through these things, these little small hurdles and these little small obstacles, you got to jump over, these little small speed bumps. Hey, the Lord is still there, man. But He just trying you. All right, and gold is trying to fire, acceptable men. All right, know what the Lord is doing. All right, He is trying you to make you acceptable. All right, to Him. All right, and no servant is greater than his master. So the Lord caught what? He caught him. You know, the Lord was, He went through a lot of things that we ain't hear about going through. All right, that's why He's known as the author and the finisher of our faith. Because we look forward to how a God can make it through the affliction, make it through the small trials and tribulations that we face on this side. All right, so like faith, when we come, that's how you know the difference from serving the hour, sitting on the side, and serving sitting on the ground, good and waiting to call, really Christ. That's the difference. All right, because it's true, I actually kept me suffering when you come to the You got it?
So Acts chapter 9, verse 16, it says, for I will show him how great things he must suffer for my name's sake.
And this the Lord speaking to the disciples Ananias about Saul. The name was later changed to Apostle Paul. Read that again.
Start up to
Okay.
and he's like he was a chosen vessel, which becoming that same state. The Lord have called us into this thing. All right, what I said, many are called, but we are chosen. We're going to be chosen, but we are called to this ministry. All right, you got it.
The only the chosen will endure the suffering, the tribulation, the temptation that come that way. Right? Go ahead.
This is Acts chapter 9, verse 14. And here he hath authority from the chief priests to bind all that call on thy name.
Right, because Apostle was Saul, he was persecuting the church. You know, he was Stephen just gone, right? He was there. Go ahead.
Verse 15. But the Lord said unto him, Go thy way, for he is a chosen vessel unto me.
For he is a chosen vessel unto the Lord. Even though he was persecuting the church, bringing the church home, he still was a chosen vessel unto the Lord. Let's let you know, you can't just wake up and choose the Lord. He got a true youth in that thing.
He's like, he have not chosen me, but I chose you.
Yeah, and the difference between Paul and the other Pharisees, when Paul, he was persecuting the church, he was sincere. Like, he really thought he was doing the right thing. So, he could be in this thing being sincere, sincerity doing the wrong thing. But see, it's another thing when you're doing shit and you know what you, like Caiaphas. Like, them guys, they knew what they were doing. You know? And it was the pride because they wanted a position. Apostle Paul, it wasn't about no position with him. He actually thought he was doing the right thing because he was following the other hierarchies of the Pharisees, right? But he didn't know what he was doing until the Lord humbled him. Knocked him off the horse.
This is Acts chapter 9, verse 15 again. But the Lord said unto him, Go thy way, for he is a chosen vessel unto me, to bear my name before the Gentiles.
Those Gentiles are Israelite farmers, right? Those are Israelite farmers. There was a chosen vessel. And what is that? I'm an apostle of the Gentiles. And they were first apostles.
Yeah, get that. That's like, let's work on getting these scriptures. Let's not quote these scriptures. Let's get these scriptures. Because this topic, you know, it's really just the spirit coming back around. This edification needs to come out. And yeah, we know, but we got to teach these things to people that don't know and don't really understand the full dynamics of the mystery of the Gentiles. So let's focus on get scriptures. So brothers, when y'all hear the main speaker quote scriptures, get it. Because we know, but it ain't about us. We're not here to edify ourselves. We're here to edify the church, right?
I got it right here.
Go ahead.
This is Romans 11 and 13. For I speak to you Gentiles, inasmuch as I am the apostle of the Gentiles, I magnify my office.
Yeah, because Gentiles is Israelite farmers. As he was once to the what Gentiles in the mind, really when you try to bound in the spirit, bearing to what? Westernized, being Hellenized, you know, Babylonized. All right, that's a form of what? Being a Gentile, being an Israelite farmer. All right, we keeping it what? The mud because we grew up. Celebrating Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween. Yeah. All right, that's considered as a Gentile, man.
Hey, Don, real quick, get 1 Corinthians 12 and 1. Yep.
Romans 12 and 1.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 1. Now concerning spiritual gifts, brethren, I would not have you ignorant. Ye know that ye were Gentiles carried away unto these dumb idols, even as ye were led.
Wait. So, key word is brethren, pretty much. Yeah. Who is Apostle Paul, brethren? Israelites. Let's prove that. Give me Romans 9 and 4. Then you start at 3.
This is Romans chapter 9, verse 3. For I could wish that myself were accursed from a Mashiach for my brethren. my kinsmen,
My kinsmen.
according to the flesh.
According to the flesh.
Right, so you can't be a spiritual Israelite. You can't spiritually insert yourself into this house,
Exactly.
right? You have to be an actual physical descendant of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob's name was changed to Israel. His offspring came to the Israelites, right? That's what Apostle Paul
This is Romans chapter 9, verse 4. Who are Israelites, to whom pertaining to adoption.
And now he's making it known what the inheritance is, right? The inheritance which we were adopted into by Yahweh Shai. You go to Deuteronomy 32, 8 and 9, right? When you go all throughout the scriptures, right? We were the ones that he adopted to be his own sons, right? No other nation. So he's saying that the salvation and the ministry is for the Israelites. Go ahead.
In the glory, in the covenants, in the giving of the law.
Yeah, remember, Paul was born to the Israelites, right? He was an Israelite born, and go back to the captivity. That's where we get the whole identity. And our people came, what? Gentiles. Why? Because they started taking on the custom of what? Of the Greek. First Maccabees 3, and 41, 42, if brother can grab that real quick. And that's why the Lord set Apostle Paul up, man. All right, that he could be a minister told to those to come back through Yahweh Shai. Because it was through the law, then guess what? They was always what? Damn. But through Yahweh Shai, they was able to be brought back. That's why you got those branches.
And who had 1 Corinthians 12? Read it already?
Yeah, I don't have to read it again.
You got it real quick? Go ahead, get it.
All right, this is our first.
Go ahead.
First Maccabees chapter 3, verse 41. And the merchants of the country, hearing the fame of them, took silver and gold very much with servants and came into the camp to buy the children of Israel.
No, one.
First Maccabees. All right, I got you. This is First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people.
You see that? All should be one people. That's what they're trying to do now, dealing with the Nicaraguan. All right, they're trying to bring everybody under that one banner. That's why it's called New World Order. All right, go ahead.
Verse 42, and everyone shall leave his laws, so all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king.
Go ahead.
Yea, many also of the
There you
Israelites.
go. So many also of the Israelites. All right, so guess what? Out of generation, what happened? All right, they feel more in the custom of the heathen. And therefore they started to what? All right, the unrighteous acts of the heathen. All right, they started to shave their dreads off. All right, they stopped circumcising their kids. They started to poor. You know, they started going out. They started acting just like a Greek. You see? So,
It has into a whole level.
yeah.
Acting like the heathen.
So the Lord said Apostle Paul, I like to bring it out of their minds. So that's why you got Galatians 1. All right? Oh, you got it.
Yeah, I got a piece of it.
Yeah, that's not good when you go into Galatians, you know. Galatians 1, brother, hold that too. Galatians 1.
Yeah, that'll finish.
You got it.
I got a
bro.
piece of it.
All right, verse 43, it says, yea, many also of the Israelites.
Right, many also the Israelites, man. So that's why we just read in James, Romans, all right, ye were Gentiles, carried away to them dumb idols as ye were what? Led. All right, go ahead.
Consenting to his religion,
Right.
they being Antiochus, and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath.
There you go. See? So they broke away from keeping the laws and commandments of the Lord, and they started to what? Do what the heathens did, man. All right, and now look at here it is, 2025. We speaking about the time of our Lord. All right, Apostle Paul. How much more now?
For the king, verse 44, for the king has sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah that they should follow the strange laws
There you
of the
go. See
land.
that? And that's what they did. So now when the Romans came in power, all right, that's when you get the term neither Jew nor Greek. All right, because you had the so-called Jews, with only Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. So this ain't got nothing to do with the northern kingdom. All right, the Jews who were on the Rome, and then they kept putting the Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Yeah, the man was Benjamin, and Levi. Yeah, you know, Judah, Benjamin. Yeah.
You got it.
Go ahead, bring that precept out of there. Get that word lead.
This is, they didn't even link up with Deuteronomy 28 to 64. It's the curses.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 1. Now concerning spiritual gifts, brethren, I would not have you ignorant.
Yeah, not knowing.
Ye know that ye were Gentiles carried away unto these dumb idols.
When? All right, when we was in Greek captivity. All right, that's what Christianity failed at. All right, here it is. They read from Genesis to Malachi. All right, and then go straight to Matthew. So what happened to the Greek captivity? Why you don't read that in the Bible? Because it's in the Apocrypha, man. All right, you go to the Apocrypha and mean to be hidden away. All right? Go ahead.
Even as ye were led.
Why? Because it was prophecy.
So it said, even as you were led. So this is 2 Maccabees 6, starting at the top. It says, not long after that, the king sent an elderly Athenian to force the Jews to abandon their religion and the customs of their ancestors.
Force.
Get that word led right there. Go straight to the point. What's the Greek word?
This is the word led from the Blue Letter Bible. It says a go. I go.
Right? Let's go straight to the point of biblical usage.
Outline of biblical usage. It said to lead, guide, direct, to lead through, conduct to something, to move.
Not conduct. Conduct.
Conduct to.
It's spelled the same, but it's pronounced different pertaining to the meaning and the context. So you got conduct and conduct, right? So that's conduct, meaning to guide, right? That's conduct, like a conductor of a train. That's what led means. They were conducted into this, right? Go ahead.
Conduct to something, to move, impel.
Impel. Go ahead.
Of forces.
Of forces. To impel. Of forces. Go ahead.
And influences.
And influence.
On the mind.
On the mind. So I'm going to read this, right? This back in 2 Maccabees 6, starting at the top. Not long after that, the king sent an elderly Athenian, which this is a good news translation, to force the Jews to abandon their religion and the customs of their ancestors. He was also to defile their temple by dedicating it to the Olympian god Zeus. The temple on Mount Gerizim was to be officially named Temple of Zeus, the god of hospitality, as the people who lived there had requested. The oppression was harsh and almost intolerable. Gentiles filled the temple, and it's talking about the natural Gentiles did this. This is why our people who were Israelites were forced to become Gentiles, because the natural Gentiles forced them to become like them. Forced them to become Greeks. It says Gentiles filled the temple with drinking parties and all sorts of immorality. They even had, and somebody give me the word Gentile in the Merriam-Webster dictionary, the word Gentile, right? It says, Gentiles filled the temple with drinking parties and all sorts of immorality. They even had intercourse with prostitutes there. Forbidden objects were brought into the temple, and the altar was covered with detestable sacrifices prohibited by our law. It was impossible to observe the Sabbath, to celebrate any of the traditional festivals, or even so much as to admit to being a Jew. So if you don't know this history, right, which Apostle Paul clearly knew, and I got the proof because I did a chat GPT, Lord will, I can put it up in my archives, right? And ChatGPT admitted the Apostle Paul knew this history. This is why he was set up as a minister to the Gentiles, the water. That's why Yahushua set him up, because of that knowledge that he had, right? He had the knowledge and he had the zeal.
And he knew the language.
But right, you know, he spoke Greek, Latin, and Hebrew, so he was able to relate to our people who had been forced into this Greek culture and customs. That's the mystery that these people don't get, and it's plain.
That's why y'all was open up, brother. I beseech you. You know what I'm saying? So he let you know that he coming, all right, in the mindset like, hey, I know. So where it is, I just seen, you know, it's not told me, he revealed it to me. All right? You got it.
I got the definition.
Yeah, I got it.
The Merriam-Webster dictionary. What it say for the word Gentile right there?
It says, often a person of a non-Jewish nation or a non-Jewish faith. And down there, that's the noun, but the adjective is of or relating to the nations at large as distinguished from the Jews. Also of a relating to Christians as distinguished from the Jews, of or relating to people who are not members. No, it ain't.
You in the Merriam-Webster?
Yeah, no, that's talking about the Church of Latter-day Saints.
That's one of the points that says the distinction from the Jews. That was the point. Back then, you know, back when Arab people who they were, you know what I'm saying? And we knew that we were being persecuted by these heathens, you know what I'm saying? These Hamites, these Edomites, all these Gentile people that spoke Greek and took on their customs. Okay?
That ain't what I was looking for, but whatever meat on there, y'all get it off of there.
You can
So Lord willing, I find it. It's a definition that I'm looking for. Go ahead, bro.
First Maccabees 1:57. And whosoever was found within the book of the Testament, or if any committed to the law, the kings, and they're talking about the customs, it's like customs, right? The Bible, the scrolls, right? Again from the top, First Maccabees 1:57. And whosoever was found within the book of the Testament, or if any committed to the law, the king's commandment was that they should put him to death. So it was death you were found keeping your customs as an Israelite. Right? 58.
And just how much more then now, because when you so-called Negroes was in captivity, you couldn't be found reading the Bible. You know what I'm saying? You'll be persecuted just like how they was being persecuted then. Come on.
And then you look at Nick Cannon, for example. He came out and said he is Israelite, states of that nature. That made him one of the followers. That he ain't. You know?
We can't even profess ourselves to be Israelites.
Profess yourself to be Israelite, man. Like this. You can't do it now, you're a celebrity. Right? So they, thus did they, by their authority, unto the Israelites every month to as many as were found in the cities. So now the 5 and 20th day of the month, they did sacrifice upon the idol altar, which was upon the altar of God, at which time, according to the commandment, they put to death some women that had caused their children to be circumcised. Man. So the women was being put to death. Why? Because they was keeping the laws and commandments uncircumcised babies. Man.
What about the telling
Holy
the
children.
Holy Spirit?
They second that, they second.
Oh, yeah, the word was telling us that he was right? When you go,
Telling them.
yeah. If you go to the word Greek, right? Matter of fact, when we get the scripture, then I'll bring this up.
This
The
one more.
difference between Jew and Greek.
And they hang the infants about their necks, and rifle their houses, and slew them that had circumcised them. Howbeit many in Israel were fully resolved and conformed in themselves not to eat any unclean thing. Wherefore they rather to die, that they might not be defiled with meat, and that they might not profane the holy covenant. So then they died, and there was very great wrath upon Israel. So that just goes to the history of it, man. Our forefathers were willing to die than to eat some chitlins or some unclean meat, right? Eat some pork. So these Greeks, that was killing us, slaying us, man. You know, and he wanted everybody to follow his commandments, come on to his new world order, man. So we've been Hellenized, man. We couldn't keep our laws, man. So you got to know the history to understand the mystery. So when you jump to the New Testament, then you will realize, okay, neither Jew nor Greek. They the same, why? Because they're Israelites, man.
Hey, get Acts 21. Go Acts 21 up and read.
Y'all boys got it. You got it.
Brother got that precept.
First Corinthians 12, Gentile.
You want to difference between Jew and Greek. Get the word.
Now, I think,
Also, brother Adam, I got Acts. You got precept in here.
This is Galatians 2.
Oh, that's it.
Galatians 2, I'm starting at 14. It says, but when I saw that they walked not uprightly according to the truth of the gospel, I said unto Peter before them all, if thou, being a Jew, liveth after the manner of Gentiles,
Living after the manner of Gentiles.
yep,
What our people were doing. Right. They was living after the manner of the Gentiles. Go ahead.
and it says, and not as do the Jews, why compellest thou the Gentiles to live as do the Jews? And basically what he's saying is because the Jews, they was what? They kept the law. All right? But you got to remember, the Howard Shah sent the Apostle Paul to bind the Israelite foreigners back, drafted back in by what? By faith. All right? But remember, Peter went to the house of the circumcision. Apostle Paul was sent up to go to the house of the uncircumcision. All right? So basically, what he's saying is, you can't allow them to go by the law, because what they rehearse the heathen way, all right? But to drop them back into Yahweh Shai is all about faith. That's why I'm gonna say this in verse 15. We who are Jews by nature, and not sinners of the Gentiles, knowing that a man is not justified by the works of the law. That's why Yahweh Shai was sent forth to save us. So we're not justified by the law. And that's why Apostle Paul was going to the Israelite foreigners through Galatians and Cappadocia, Rome. All right? Because now it's through Yahweh Shai that you're able to receive salvation. It's not through the law. That's what you got there with, the new covenant. All right? And it says, but by faith in Yahweh Shai Mashiach, even we have believed in Yahweh Shai Mashiach, that we might be justified by faith in Mashiach, and not by the works of the law, but by the works of the law shall no flesh be justified. You see? By the works of the law, you can't be justified, but through Yahweh Shai, you are justified. You know, and that's why he was sent to the Israelite border, to bring them out of their bondage, because the law will keep you in bondage. You see?
Yeah, and then ultimately why Apostle Paul was persecuting the church is because that was the standard of being a Jew according to the wicked Pharisees. If you wasn't keeping the law, then you weren't a Jew.
You want that's
So
it.
they were demonizing the church. The Israelites that were in those manner of life according to the Greeks, they was condemning them. And Apostle Paul, once he encountered Yahushua enlightened him, right? He gave him the insight. Then he knew what he was doing was wrong. Right? So he literally was repenting as well as edifying the church of Galatians, saying, he was telling them, look, because they knew who he was. They knew in his past life he was a straight demon under them. Which he understood, like, okay, in order for me to reach out to these people, I got to reconcile and let them know, look, now I understand that I was boasting in me keeping of the law and looking down upon y'all, but really, you can't use the law as a weapon in this ministry. Because we all, so can we get Romans 10 and 12? Because we all guilty, right? We all guilty. Because none of us have ever kept the law 100%. So we all need Yahushua at the end of the day to fulfill that gap, right? We all have a gap way further than we can cover. Can't nobody cover that gap with Yahushua. When it comes to the sins of our past life, the sins of today, and the sins of the future. Because we still are in a sinful nature. So we are subject to faith in Yahushua to be saved. That's ultimately what we need. But, like Apostle Paul said, do we then make void the law through faith? The Most High forbid. No, we establish the law. Okay? So, Apostle Paul is at perfect balance. Go ahead, bro.
This is Romans chapter 10, verse 12.
And who got the word Greek right there? Get it. One of y'all goes on this end. Go ahead.
But there's no difference between the Jew and the Greek. For the same Lord of the law is written to all that call upon him.
To me, that's talking about that he is actually talking about Israelites during that period that were in those Greek lifestyles. That's what that was referring to. We're gonna prove it. Get this word Greek right here. Right? So what's the Greek word for Greek?
This is the word Greek from the Blue Letter Bible, and the Greek word is Helen.
Helen. Right? Go ahead.
The outline of biblical usage, the Greek either by nationality, whether a native of the mainland of the Greek islands or colonists. It said, in a wider sense, the name embraced all nations, not Jews, that made the language, customs, and learning of the Greek their own.
That's it. So if the Jews took on the Greek customs and made the Greek lifestyle your own, you were identified as a Greek. That's why when I was listening to Apostle Holiday, he said, well, the nigga say he a Gentile, then he a Gentile. That's all it takes for you to be a Gentile, is to say you a Gentile, nigga. That's it. But that's what Timothy's father was embracing. He was embracing the Greek culture. He did not accept his Jew identity, you know, his identity as a Jew. He accepted his identity as a Greek. That's just like our people today. They won't accept the fact that they Israelites. They accept that they
African American.
I'm an African American. I'm black, like Charleston White. I ain't no Hebrew. I'm a nigga. So, all right, nigga, you a nigga. We ain't trying to force you to accept your inheritance. You can forfeit your inheritance. Thank you. Like my brother Yock say, better eye chances. More for me, niggas. Fuck you. So we ain't trying to force you to accept your inheritance because we can't. This inheritance in this time is only for the elect. But it's elect amongst these heathens. That's why I want Acts 21. It's elect amongst the heathen that a great work is being done to pull them out of those lifestyles. So we with the word healing in the go ahead, bro, what you got? Go ahead.
It said, what does Hellenistic means in the Bible? This is the AI overview. It said in the Bible, Hellenistic were Greek-speaking Jews.
Greek-speaking Jews.
Can't get around that.
That's who the Greeks are, right there. The Greek-speaking Jews. Is no difference between the Jews that spoke Hebrew and the Jews that spoke Greek. There's no difference. They still Jews. Because they was forced into that life. That was passed down to them when they was born. They didn't even know nothing about speaking Hebrew because their ancestors was forced to stop speaking Hebrew, keeping Hebrew, the customs of the Jews,
speaking Greek.
keeping any of the holiday. They was forced into that. Why you think our people so into sports?
Yeah, where you get your gyms.
Yeah, athletes.
You say
Yeah, that's why our people are dominant in that because that's what they were given in the time of the Greeks. That's what they was given for leisure. You know, but they actually were being same thing now. They actually were being what's the word? Used, for lack of a better word. Just used like you just a toy. If you go to the word athlete, it means an action figure. Yeah. Playman. It's a playman, plowman, playman. You a playman. It means something I play with. We want you to make a play. Play for me. Playman. That's what athlete means. Jake be running around with athlete on their chest like it's a fucking show. Like I'm an athlete. Nigga, you a playman. You a plowman. You a slave.
Nobody wrong. You had the Coliseum.
Yeah. You had the
Jake was used for what? They were used for gladiators. Yeah, gladiators, but it's like entertainment.
Yeah. They would take gladiator games. Yeah. But where they were trained at, they showed you in what's that? Spartacus. They showed they would call it a lunista or something like that. And they really was training naked. They was naked. That's what gym means. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what the word gym means, naked. That's why when you go to these gyms, shit, you want to see the fine women up the club. They naked enough. Tight.
Young pants and showing everything.
Yeah.
They look at that camel toe.
Yeah.
Then you wonder why, you know what I'm saying, you getting them looks.
Yeah. Adultery spirits. Adultery spirits in the gym, man. A lot of them women be married.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Dang.
I ain't getting the attention they want at home.
Yeah. You got the trainer up on them, you know.
Yeah. It's spicy. It's a whole married woman. You in there spotty.
Yeah, hey, quick.
Go ahead.
This athlete in the etymology, a competitor in athletic games and contests, a wrestler, athlete, a prize fighter.
Prize fighter.
That's all Jake have been in all the captivities for Esau. You know, look at them, the movie Django. They showing that it was even, you know, in this time.
Ran up the tree.
Yeah, but remember the other thing, they had fought in front of the master.
That's what I'm talking about. Look, he was the one that won. And he was trying to leave. Well, he got it on spot.
He was the same one?
Yeah.
So they let the dogs eat up and shit?
I forgot his name, but he tried to leave.
No, there was a different one, wasn't it? But they let the dogs eat his ass.
Nah, that wasn't D'Artagnan. D'Artagnan wouldn't fight right there. That was Eskimo Joe.
Yeah.
Right.
That was Eskimo Joe.
But the fight that went on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was
In the house.
Yeah, make first
In front of the freaks.
And it say playman.
Playman. There you go. Playman.
So it's been always going on. Always been going on.
Yeah. That's why you see old boy in the Clippers. Steve, look how excited he get. Well, Terrence will eat a man. Look.
Billy Crystal.
Yeah. That nigga ain't got no rhythm. No flavor.
I always remember the Jake, remember he got mad at Magic Johnson
Well, he wasn't Jake, but he got mad at Magic Johnson talking to his woman. Well, why you gotta talk to him?
Oh yeah. The old Clippers owner.
Yeah, he
Before
was talking to them niggas.
Yeah. I forgot his
Sterling.
name.
David
Sterling.
Sterling.
Yeah. Yep.
They made a movie, a TV show about that with starring Al Bundy. The guy who played Al Bundy.
For sure.
Yeah.
I need to check that out. Yep. Let's get back to it, fellas. We was at Helen. There's more on there. Did you get that? Let him read that again. Then it's one in the Merriam-Webster too.
Yeah, I got the word Hellenist.
Yeah, Hellenist in the Merriam-Webster.
Yeah, I got it in the compact Bible.
Okay, you get that too. This the word Greek, Acts 21. We're gonna start around 19.
It said, what does Hellenist means in the Bible? AI overview. In the Bible, Hellenists were Greek-speaking Jews who had adopted Greek culture.
Right, that's why they say you gotta read it in context. Yeah, when you read it in context, you're gonna see. You're gonna see from the natural Gentile, we got the true heathen, all right, going to the 17 nations, and then you see Gentiles speaking about what? Israelites.
That's it.
That spoke Greek.
That's
They
it.
kept Greek custom.
Yep.
You know, but like I said, you gotta do it in context.
Yeah. So here it is. Like we already done fooled this. We foolproof this several times.
Right.
It's just coming back around.
Yeah.
That's it. And you got these new niggas on the block. You know, they just coming with the bullshit to try to deceive Israel because that's what they do. Yeah. And when you go into the book of Maccabees, it say wicked men that made covenants with the heathen. That's all these niggas are. These just them niggas, some same niggas during their time coming back, making covenants with the heathen. That's why we suspect you niggas that took a bag.
You gotta remember that the Lord said that everybody comes back in their lot in this time. Because a prophet subject to what?
Because wearing hats while you prophesying, that's a Greek custom too, motherfucker.
So a false prophet is subject to what? A false prophet. So they back.
Can't stand you niggas, man. But it ain't about you. Like I said, it's really about the elect at the end of the day.
It's doctrine's sake.
Yep. Cause see, really, it really like annoy you that you gotta keep going back over. We gotta keep going through. Like I said, we gotta really all we gotta do, like the Elder Kazak said, like the Lord wants us to go back to the basics. That's it. We gotta do it. So we can't just go through these topics and skim through them because we fully understand them. We gotta still break it down. You know what I'm saying? They say break down the meat. And this topic is meat. So it's gotta be broke down into baby milk. It gotta be broke down.
Yeah, but you know, it's like in order to feed a baby, while you're old, steak, you gotta chew the meat first.
Yup.
You know, so you gotta chew it up to bitty pieces, then you feed the baby that.
Yup.
You know, that's basically how the prophet's going. You chewing the meat for you, then let you eat as we break it down, or make it plain upon table. This ain't hard to understand the Greek and the Gentile. You know, Jake just make it so, you know what I'm saying?
They just want Esau to be saved.
Yep.
That's what it really about.
Yeah, that was boiled down to.
But he can't be saved. He can't, what you can't turn the whole
Salvation is what?
No,
Far from the wicked.
Far.
look, you can't turn a hoe to a housewife. All right?
That's 101.
Come on, man. You
God
can't turn.
code 101.
He should not be saved.
But I love him, man. I love him. I love
They're
him,
gonna
man.
be way in the future. They'll be nowhere near the house. They'll be nowhere near the house. And if you ain't really guy don't even know what it means to live in a house. like you don't even know what it like a house. Oh nigga, you know house. Told them I'm gonna do that nigga like Major Payne did them boy. I'm gonna put his ass, I'm gonna put their ass on their house.
The head sticking out.
They didn't want to sleep what they call the place where they had a soldier sleep in. You know, they didn't want to sleep in there.
The berries.
The berries. They didn't want to sleep in there. So you put their ass in the ground.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay,
All
well,
their head sticking out.
yeah, you just have your head sticking out. Yo, flip them niggas up like crops everywhere. All right, niggas. All right, get y'all ass up, go to work. And clean, and make the bed. Make the bed. You gotta leave them piles of dirt. Get them holes up, nigga. And when you get ready to go back to bed, dig them holes again. Right. That's your house.
Yeah, because that's what the Lord got coming from him. There's no way that the Lord gonna allow some to be alright. No, nigga, one being alright, they can cause the whole nation to be alright. Just one. No. The Lord gonna do. Come on, bro.
The Lord say every one of y'all going into captivity.
Every last one of them. Not some, not many, not a couple, not a few. He said all. Let's start with Esau, Edom. I gotta do is go to Psalms 83rd chapter. So let's start with Esau, Edom first, then trickle down to all the rest of these nations. All right? The Lord got something for y'all ass, man, and we out here to proclaim that in front of you, man. All right? All the nations must hear their judgment. Let's start with Esau. All right? So when it comes down to the Gentiles, this is like one being dressed back into the word who you have a shop with. All right? So even the scripture say there's only one name given among men under him that he should be saved by. And we know that the name of the house by shop is what? The dreadful among the heathen. So how the fuck is heathen gonna be saved? Because you gotta call a name. The house by shop be saved. See that? So if you call the name of the Lord, guess what? You an Israelite, man. Because his name is dreadful among the heathen. Even 2/3. You know? Because we're gonna come to a point that even those that's in the house around Israel, when they're gonna try to call upon the Lord, what he said, I would not hear this. You know, what he say? Get far from me, I never knew thee. Thou workers of a nigga, so how the fuck these heathens gonna escape that? No way, Jose. You gotta go out.
Yep, you ready to go to that Acts?
Yeah, it comes.
All right, we just started 17, and after you read verse 18, I want Dawn to get James 1 and 1. Right? All right, so y'all brothers, y'all listen up. Check this out, right?
This is Acts 21, verse 17. It says, and when we were come to Jerusalem, the brethren received us gladly. And the day following, Paul went in with us into James, and all the elders were present.
So this Paul, he returned to Jerusalem after his journey, going around on his mission, right? To the different churches, right? Coming back to Jerusalem. He said James, which was his elder, James was one of the 12. He said James was there, right? So James 1 and 1.
This is James, chapter 1, verse 1. James, a servant of the Most High, and of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greetings.
All right, so, right, James, let it be known that this ministry was always to the 12 tribes scattered abroad. Now, James was Paul's elder. Go ahead, bro.
Hey, look,
Read verse 18 again and keep going.
Yeah, because on verse 18, he said, brother. And he just read in Romans 9, who was the apostle Paul's brother? Those that who are Israelites according to what? Flesh. All right, so that's how you know that he went, all right, to Israel, man. Okay.
Yeah, read 18 again.
All right, this Acts 21 and 18. It says, and the day following, Paul went in with us unto James, and all the elders were present. And when he had saluted them, he declared particularly what things the Most High had wrought among the Gentiles by his ministry.
Let's read 19. Not one more time, but 2 more times.
Acts 21 and 19. It says, and when he had, it said, and when he had saluted them, he declared particularly.
So he came in, he saluted on the wall. Y'all was so sharp about the thigh. He saluted the elders. He saluted, right? And then, go
It
ahead.
says, he declared particularly.
He declared particularly. He was particular. What did he declare?
It says, what things the Most High had wrought among the Gentiles by his ministry.
So what does the word walk mean?
It says, the word wrought. It says to make with names of things made to produce.
So he started declaring what he had produced. It should say work somewhere. What the strong say? might say work in there. So he was declaring his work. He was declaring, you see it?
Oh, yeah. Bring forth work.
Bring forth work. So yeah, so he started telling them what he had been doing. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh shot. So let's see what he told them. Read 19, then third time now, and now let's go to 20.
All right. Acts 21 and 19. And when he had saluted them, he declared particularly what things the Most High had wrought among the Gentiles by his ministry.
Among the Gentiles. Go ahead.
It says verse 20. And when they heard it, they glorified the Lord. How about you know shot?
They glorified the Lord. Why? Because now they've been wrong back to the church of the Lord through Yahweh shot. So let them finish off.
It says, and said unto him, thou seest, brother, how many thousands of Jews there are which believe, and they are all zealous of the law.
Keep going.
It says, and they are informed of thee,
And they are informed of thee,
that thou teachest all the Jews which are among the Gentiles.
oh, see, you gotta elevate the point. That's the point right there. See, when you read, that's where you got. See, cause Jack don't hear good. That's where you gotta put emphasis. That's the part they just can't seem to fucking catch. Read it again and put emphasis on the highlight the point.
Acts 21 and 21, it says, and they are informed of thee, that thou teachest all the Jews which are among the Gentiles.
Which are among the Gentiles. He's teaching the Jews that are among the Gentiles.
Scatter. And that goes back to what? Deuteronomy 28 and 64.
That's what Apostle Paul Acts was all about. Him teaching the Jews that were among the Gentiles.
That's it.
Not teaching the actual Gentiles, the heathens, even though wherever he was, they were among them, so they had to get taught by default. But they can't accept it because it's not for them. That's why Romans he declared, to whom pertaineth the adoption, who are Israel. Why would he make it specific who his people are, who his tribe is, who he, who he's specifically talking to, if it was for everybody?
Everybody ever just opened up.
Yeah, there wouldn't have been no point. That would have been irrelevant. He just been wasting his breath.
Then he say, who are Israelites?
Who are Israelites? My kinsmen according to the flesh. Not according to the customs that they keep.
Go ahead. It says, to forsake Moses, saying that they ought not to circumcise their children, neither to walk after the customs.
You got it, I know.
This is St. John chapter 7 and 35. It says, in the NIV, it says, the Jews said to one another,
The Jews said to one another,
where does this man intend to go?
Talk about your house shot.
You got it.
Go ahead, you got it.
You got it.
You got it. I just wanted to make it known who they were talking to. Go ahead.
It says, where does this man intend to go that we cannot find him?
Yep.
Will he go where our people live, scattered among the Greeks, and teach the Greeks?
I want you to highlight the point, though.
Yeah. You gotta highlight when you read. That's how you edify. You gotta highlight the points. Then your voice connotation gotta change. But you just talk normal. Jake don't understand. Jake don't got ears to hear. Jake will be sitting up here till you listen. Wait till you finish reading so I can make my point. But when you get to the point, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? But really, you don't got to. I'm just saying that's just how I teach. You don't got to, but it makes sense because Jake don't listen. You be reading and Jake will miss the whole point. You just be getting, it's like you rocking the baby to sleep. And if you don't, you rocking the baby to sleep, you gotta stay quiet and consistent. So if you read like that, you know what I'm saying? They gonna go to sleep. Well, when you get to the point, if you hit that emphasis on the point,
Yeah. Hey.
calm down, man. It's okay. It's okay. You know? And that's what we're dealing with. They get emotional when we tell them the truth. Or they know the truth, like these people that saying the Gentiles can make it, and it just sold out. They know.
In John 7:35 in NIV, the Jews said to one another, "Where does this man intend to go that we cannot find him? Will he go where our people live, scattered among the Greeks?"
Where he go where our people live, scattered among the Greeks.
And teach the Greeks?
Now, the whole thing that they said was, where does he intend to go where we cannot go? What does this link up with? Why are they saying that? Why are they saying they can't go there? Who told them they can't go there? Well, let's get the precept. Let's get the precept. See, so they were already told not to go and teach this ministry amongst the Gentiles. Yeah, you can get it. It's in Luke as well. Yup. You can get whichever one. You go ahead, yo. Yup. It's in Luke and Matthew. Whichever one y'all want to get.
This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 5. These 12 Yahushua sent forth and commanded them, saying, "Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not."
So that's why they were saying what they were saying. Where will he go if we cannot go? Will he go to the where our people are scattered amongst the Gentiles and teach the Gentiles? Because he told them not to teach the Gentiles. Is that why he's leaving us behind? Because he's finna go where he told us not to go? Which he wasn't even talking about that. So why was that written? That's the golden nugget. That's the golden nugget. Yahushua wasn't even talking about that when he told them they can't go where he was about to go. He was talking about his crucifixion. So that was written for us. The things that were written aforetime were written for our learning. They weren't even close to what he was talking about. But that was a purpose for edification in this time. And the reason why he was telling them not to go and teach the Gentiles, because that was Paul's office to be carried out first. And not only that, that was the mission to go. The first thing was to go to the Jews first anyway, because that was the prophecy.
You had to do something. How they put it, you grab people how to use the Bible.
Right. They say, "I will provoke you unto jealousy." Yep. So when the disciples were first with Yahushua before he was crucified, they were not on the level of discernment.
They had the Holy Spirit.
They didn't have the Holy Spirit. Ding ding. They didn't have the Holy Spirit. Well, they didn't have the fullness. So I'm gonna say this. They didn't have the full portion of the Holy Spirit. They had the Holy Spirit, but it had to be, Spirit got to be built up. So he was in the time of building them up. That's what disciples mean. They weren't apostles yet. They were disciples. They weren't apostles until after they ultimately Yahushua sacrifice was fulfilled, and then they got built up through the Holy Spirit coming down. Let's say Acts the 2nd chapter. The wind, the mighty wind, that was the Holy Spirit, which happened during the time of Pentecost, which was 50 days after Yahushua's crucifixion.
I got it. Yep. This is just going back to the Kyle speaking about. This is Romans 2 and 10. This is Romans 2 and 10, and it says, "But glory, honor, and peace to every man that worketh good, to the Jew first, and also to the Gentile."
Yep. So
the circumcision, that's why they have to be open to the circumcision first.
Yeah.
Go back to Peter.
Yeah.
You know, and then from Peter, they say he went to the circumcision, Apostle Paul said that he went to the uncircumcision.
Because even in the Old Testament, it's set up prophesying. When the mission was for him to go to the Jews first and then go to the Gentiles. And the reason was because the jealousy had to be provoked in order for Yahushua to be crucified. Who crucified Yahushua? Who ultimately crucified Yahushua? The Jews. The leaders. That's why I say judgment begins with the leaders. So they had to, that was purposely done to fulfill prophecy. They had their role. It had to be provoked to jealousy. But it had to be a righteous provocation, though. Because if he had just came and went to the Gentiles, you know.
And then I took the credit of the Lord not to respect the person.
Yeah.
I thought we got it. And it says, verse 11, for there is no respect of person with the Most High Yahweh.
Because he deal with the nation, he deal with nations. So one of us went off, we all went off. Like you can't say, well, man, I wasn't doing what they was doing, man. It wasn't me. I didn't do it, Lord. That was them. No. Yeah. Hey, we all guilty. We all guilty. Now, you got to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, sure enough. But so far it hasn't had a Lord judge. You got to go through Jacob's trouble too.
Right. I can't go out of law. Law kept us in bondage.
And another thing too, you know, that cuts that whole goddamn rapture doctrine. And you know, like we, look, we swing. What you mean? What make us more innocent than them? What give us the get out of jail free card, so to speak? Get out of destruction free card. You know, no, not being tested at all. No, we just gonna completely skip that. Like, go there, put no cheat code. You just go through the whole thing, untouched, no energy, no. We got prepare our soul for temptation.
That's what all goes back to. Prepare yourself for temptation. Because the biggest temptation known to man is the hour temptation, man. Where every God on this planet gonna have to be tried with it, man. We're gonna have to be tried. But the elect, when we part of the elect number, we're gonna persevere. We're still probably out of this shot, you know? But I want to focus back in on that Matthew 10, though, man.
Yeah,
And then what's the commandment from our Lord and Savior, how it's shot, man?
Yeah.
Right?
Down
In
to
that
20.
time, correct?
This is back at Matthew chapter 10, verse 5. These 12 Yahushua sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles.
Those Gentiles are actually heathens, man.
Right.
Non-Israelites. Go ahead.
Why he say that? Because they could be saying, no, going back to what the country.
They need something.
All right, that's them the natural brothers for the Gentiles. Those are the heathens. All right, go ahead.
And into any city of the Samaritans, enter ye not.
Why he say that? You gotta go to the distance.
They changed it.
I got it right here, but
Kind of like take it off.
But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Would rather go to the lost sheep
Oh, shit.
of the house of Israel.
It won't be the wrong
And
one.
when you go to them, what it said, preach. Did we get part?
It ain't either. Yeah, it is. Oh, shit. I took the food. That's cool right there, bro.
It's
think
look
so.
at Matthew
Right now.
chapter 10,
We'll probably see if
verse
he got a
7. It said, but go. It said,
get
I'm
another
sorry,
cord
make it
because
six.
that ain't.
But go rather to the lost
that's
sheep
gonna block.
of the house of Israel.
How they were lost. Because they have
Yeah,
this
right
kind
here.
of
Yeah, that's gonna block that off.
They lost their
No, I ain't
identity.
gonna do it.
Yeah,
This
you can pick one, an Israelite from a Greek then. All right, why? Because they kept the custom of the heathen. Tattoos, you know,
You ain't
all
got
types
your-
of
like the same.
bad act they was doing.
Yeah,
You ain't got your, like,
what's John 4, right? This is the Samaritan one. They said, if you not, don't go to a Samaritan, right?
Yep.
So we can go and bring this out real quick. 2 Kings, chapter 17, Let's start at 22. For the children of Israel walked in all the sins of Jeroboam, which he did, that departed not from them, until the Lord removed Israel out of his sight, as he had said by all his servants the prophets. So was Israel carried away out of their own land to Assyria unto this day. 24. And the king of Assyria brought man from Babylon, and from Cuthah, and from Ava, and from Hamath, and from Seraphim, and placed them in the cities of Samaria instead of the children of Israel. And they possessed Samaria and dwelt in the cities thereof.
Let's give you the state.
So you had heathens in their land instead of in the Samaritan cities, man. It wasn't the children of Israel because the northern kingdom, had went into captivity, man. Right? So the king of Syria had brought in heathens, man. So you gotta go into the history to understand the history, man. You make a point.
Yeah. And in John, the 4th chapter, that ties that history in. Why that lady, this American woman at the well, she thought she had ties to the inheritance. Because they were putting those even allowing them to be priests. Like they're going to allow the heathen to basically take on our inheritance. When they were placing them in those cities in Samaria, that's why she was talking the way she was talking. Yeah. You know, trying to tell the Lord what a place of worship was. You know, talking about our fathers. Like, we don't know. Your fathers ain't got nothing to do with this inheritance. Jerusalem is the place of worship. And that was a spiritual statement that he made, because Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. You know, even though the capital, the physical dwelling of our people is Jerusalem. Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. That's why he really was saying, after he said that salvation is of the Jews, you know, the true worshipers, and salvation is of the Jews. The time has come for the true worshipers. And the only ones that can worship, Yahweh Shai are the Israelites, the true Israelites.
And Apostle Paul said that he broke it down in Romans 9th chapter, especially when you read it in the NLT. That Lord gave them the privilege of worshiping him.
Yep.
The heathens don't got the privilege of worshiping the God that created the heavens to the earth.
Yep. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Exactly. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. That's why they got idols. That's why they worship. Man.
He said, you will not worship in this mountain nor the next. Because you weren't set up to worship God. The heathens can't worship the Yahweh Shai.
That's why you got Deuteronomy 28 and 64. He said he's going to scatter us to their land, and then we're going to worship what? God that our forefathers never knew about. See the wood and stuff? So what happened? Like the Israelites went into these captivities, and they took on the custom of their rulers, man. What happened in the time of the Babylonians? Dealing with Nebuchadnezzar, in that statue. Alright? Oh, the Israelites were in captivity. What happened? They had to bow down to the side of something.
The heathen was made for our sakes. The heathen was made to honor and serve us.
Yeah, 2 Ezra 6:54.
What the other scriptures say, that in Psalms, ask of me, and I will give you the heathen for thine inheritance. So we were set up, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, right? The true biblical Israelites, we are the only nation that was set up to directly worship the Yahweh Shai. The heathens were set up to serve, honor, and really worship us when we go back to our God state. Like when we get the kingdom of heaven, the other nations gonna be bowing down to us like gods. Isaiah 41. That Lord said, yeah. It should bring forth forces of the Gentiles. Yeah. Yep.
I got a precept.
Go ahead.
It's Romans chapter 9, verse 4 in the NLT. It says, they are the people of Israel chosen to be the Most High's adopted children.
Yep.
Yahweh revealed his glory to them.
He revealed his glory to them. What's his glory? His word. His judgment.
And then he said Isaiah also, he said, I will not give my glory to another.
Right. And the judgment is really, like, because we don't get, I was saying in a lesson I did, dealing with that word crown, right? The crown is a physical thing. Yeah, we don't get it. But the real crown is our judgment. Go back, what proves that? Go back to King Solomon. What did King Solomon really get that made him?
Wisdom.
He got the wisdom, which wisdom means judging rightly. Wisdom really means righteous judgment. Our crown is not a physical thing, man. Like, our crown is a spiritual thing. We got a crown of judgment. We don't get that physical crown because of the wisdom. It's all spiritual.
That's what wisdom brings forth.
A kingdom.
This is Romans chapter 9, picking up in verse 4. He made covenants with them and gave them his law. He gave them the privilege of worshiping him.
Woo! That's the privilege. That's the privilege. Woo!
Hey, I'm pretty y'all Israelites, man. We got the privilege of worshiping them.
Yep.
You know the nation know why? Because of Psalms 147 and 19. He shows his words unto who? To Jacob. His laws and statutes, commandments to who? To Israel. Not no other nation. Because he said he was like spit. Or a drop that coming from a bucket, man. Alright? But he's not giving his words unto no one but Israel.
He said,
Nah, he ain't charging. It's not charging.
Yeah, as far as his judgment,
They have not known.
They don't know it.
They don't know his judgment.
Why? Because it ain't given up to them. When it came down to the law was given up to who? Israel.
That's our crown. That's our crown.
That's our kryptonite.
Yeah.
You know? That's why you have a shot coming to what? Deliver us from that. As in Matthew 1 and 21. Alright? But to save his people from what? Their sin.
Yeah.
Alright? That's what he came to do.
Hold this.
Not the whole world. No, that world is speaking about Israel, man. Cosmos. You got it, go ahead.
Yep, all right. He gave them the privilege of worshiping him and receiving his wonderful promises.
And that's a gift. Remember, like Romans 9 concerning the spiritual gift? That's a gift.
I would not have you believe in concerning spiritual gifts.
That's it.
That's the main spiritual gift. The privilege of worshiping Yahweh Shah.
That's right.
We get on this topic, my phone about to die, man.
Oh, man. Since when it started?
It ain't never died that fast, man.
It's still alive, though, right?
Yeah, we still alive. I'm trying to plug it up. Ain't no, it never died like this.
Plug it up. Verse 5. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob are their ancestors, and Yahweh Shah HaMashiach himself was an Israelite as far as his human nature is concerned. And
Yeah. Because through Abraham came what the seed of Isaac, which is going to the reincarnation as is Yahweh Shah.
What translation that is?
the NLT.
Yeah. And see, they still go off a little bit.
Yeah, correct.
You know, as far as his human nature is concerned. Because that's coming from a Christian that translated that with the belief that the Lord Father is not Joseph. You know what I'm saying? Because he still, like, he was 100% human. It wasn't no half, like, you know what I'm saying? A demigod.
There you go, it's charging now. You should be in the game.
Oh, okay.
Being like clean.
So
like it's
in the flesh. In the full flesh.
It behooved him to be made
Like unto his brethren. So Joseph was his earthly father. just as well as Mary was his earthly mother.
Keep it
Sacrifice
cover all.
made
You don't want to fall
something
with it.
more elite and special.
Yeah.
Because he did it.
Came in the sinful nature of the flesh.
Yeah, you know how the flesh is.
Yeah, he conquered it.
Yeah, he overcame it.
Yeah. And that's the main reason he didn't mess with no women.
Right.
But he knew in his past life he had 1,000 of them. Bitches with nothing trouble.
So he had a flashback.
These bitches won't hold me back. Not this time.
Get out of here. I get him in the team. And then you got brothers like that in the truth. Yeah. Elders, I know Elder Malcolm was like that in Chicago. Now, I mean, you deal with women, but I'm saying like certain women, he's like, look, hey,
Yeah. I get
him in the team. Man, I ain't got time for that.
Yeah. Now you got even I heard him talk about a brother in his camp, but he didn't mention his name.
Right.
He said, yeah, that brother said, man, I don't want none of these. He don't want none of these women. You know, like, no, I'm straight. I get women in the kingdom. I don't want them. And that's basically what you would consider like a unit. You know, you got certain brothers out there that's like that, like, man, fuck these women. My salvation ain't worth it, you know, because every brother ain't built to deal with these women. And Apostle Paul said that too. It's better if you didn't have a woman. But if you're married, you gotta do what you gotta do. Wish I was that strong.
You gotta pray though. A lot of brothers don't be praying when they dealing with women.
Yeah.
You get a woman, man, you gotta pray, hey, that the Lord keep you on the right path with dealing with this woman so you don't fall.
Yeah.
Look how many brothers we done had among us that fell out because of a goddamn woman. A goddamn woman. You let the woman pull you out, man. But she's strong though, they tell you that in 2nd Ezra 4th chapter too. I don't think she just, you know,
Old black woman.
I don't think she just, you know, you can just play around, she'll get you.
Fine as she
The
is.
traps, the snares, yeah.
Fine as she is. The biggest demon she is.
Man.
That's why you get something. You get you something and you see how bad she is, boy, you gotta be thinking it's a trap. I'm telling you.
Oh shit.
I'm telling you. It's a trap.
They stop becoming fellowship, there and there, you know. What's going on, brother? Got a woman. If I was just trying to do this real quick, this Baruch 4:4, it says, O Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to the Most High are made known unto us. And that's straight to the point, man. You know, we've been blessed to be able to know what pleases Yahweh Shalom, man. And it's really the elect, man. Because you got 2/3 of Israel, they still don't got a clue on what to do to please the Lord, right?
They can't get it right.
They can't get it.
Something wrong with the hearing.
They got selective healing too, man.
They did. This is it's the 2nd Ezra 6, verse 54.
Now, let's not think about the natural Gentile as we see now, there's really no brother. It's in the stores. You know, they're sitting in these British salons. You know, you got Moab. You know what I'm saying? The British shop. Well, not British shop, but the
Moab in the beauty shop.
yeah, but they doing the toes.
Nail salon.
Nail salon. You know, you got the Hamites and shit in the beauty shop.
Ishmael, they in the gas station.
Yeah, so you start to see how these heathens became Lord over us. All right? Prophecy speak for itself. So we talking about the heathen to be saved. What the fuck they need to be saved for? First of all.
What?
All right? They not under the condition of the Israelites. They're not suffering like the Israelites.
The heathen got their own God.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna say, all right, heathens called on the house by some other stuff. You ain't gonna find them.
No need in heathen law. Well, we can be saved.
They don't give a damn about you.
They don't give a damn.
They ain't trying to say you nigga. They feed you all type of abominations, knowing they gonna eat it. I remember it was a video of Ishmaelite motherfucker offered him $200 to eat a piece of chicken that he cooked in his store. He wouldn't do it, huh? You say
eat his own shit.
chicken, and he won't even eat his own shit that you
The
cook.
dogs, you know what I'm saying? I need to try that when you go to Chinese restaurant.
Yeah, you taste it.
When you get your plate, like, tell me what you think. Let me some. I know. I eat already. I eat already. I eat already.
I ain't right.
So now you can see the fulfillment of the need. All right, we talk about natural versus Gentile. All right, then go ahead.
Yep. This is 2nd Ezra 6:54. It says that after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all. And the people also whom thou hast chosen.
Right.
It says, all this have I spoke before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sake.
Right, which are the Israelites. And we come to that world that was only made for free. Which is the kingdom of heaven.
It says, as for the other people, which also come of Adam,
Now here it is, these are the Gentiles. All right, the 17 nations. Following Esau Edom. Go ahead.
it says, thou hast said that they are nothing.
See, they ain't shit. So how the Lord gonna deliver them? When he just said they ain't nothing. You ain't gonna deliver nothing, man. No. The Lord has said we are the apple of his eye. All right? He means something to the Lord. He's precious to the Lord. He said he has chosen us to be a peculiar before to him. All right?
It says, but be like unto spittle.
He likes to spit, man.
Man has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
And he's talking about all the heathens, not some, not a couple of them, all right? But all. The reason why these heathens become more open is why? Because prophecy had to be fulfilled. When you go in that prophet, Lazarus in the rich man, all right, and it tells you how the dog was going to the other nation and helping the wounds.
And that parable alone show you that they can't be saved.
Yeah, because they join hands. They say hand in hand join with the wicked. They should not go unpunished. All right? So by default, the heathens, the natural heathens, they had going to captivity. And guess what? You want them to be saved, your ass go along with them. Your ass going down. You ain't going to captivity, but your ass going to be destroyed with it. All right? Right up.
It's Jeremiah 30:16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured.
That's why 2 Thessalonians 1:6 says, sin is a righteous thing with the Most High Yahweh. It says, sin is a righteous thing. The recompense means to pay back, all right, tribulation to those that what? That trouble you. You see that? So this is the payback. Go ahead.
It says, and all thine adversaries,
Not some,
and all thine adversaries,
not everybody but your favorite.
and all thine adversaries,
All they ass, man. It's over with.
Adversary means enemy.
That's right. And who are enemy to the Lord? Psalms 83 chapter. You can't get around it.
When you go with salvation, salvation means rescue from the
Yeah,
enemy.
saved from the enemy.
Yeah, saved from the enemy. So he gonna save us from our enemies and save the enemies. He gonna save us from the enemies and save the enemies.
And then look, we in the chair, we're part of the number.
We on the chair in the ceremony, Yahweh Shai. We got the heaters in the background.
this motherfucker trying to kill you.
Yeah, they clapping while we toasting. They in the back.
Yeah.
I'm glad he stopped us. I'm glad he stopped us from whooping y'all ass. Yeah.
Come on, man.
It don't make sense, man. They're not gonna be on the chairs, man.
No, it's just like boiling water. You
Don't
can't mix it all. Man. You know, a snake, you know, what the, not a king cobra, a monkey. It's on sight every time.
Don't they look back on every song?
Yeah.
All down. He didn't mention no heat on the goddamn chariot, man. All right? He saw the 144,000, one-third, and he saw Yahweh Shai, they crowned them. You see them motherfucking heathens on the chariot.
in the background. Y'all saw one he was over there making, cleaning the glasses.
Yeah.
Drink out young.
He was wiping the sea of glass.
Y'all see?
Everybody good? Everybody good?
It's room for more.
Then BET Grammy concert or whatever. Started beginning Grammy such and such one.
You got all this.
Everybody there.
Yeah, you got everybody
You
there.
got the nominees, 4 of them.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift, Beyonce,
Nah.
who else? And Beyonce get the award, Taylor Swift. Big down side, she mad at the motherfucker. They ain't even there now.
No, that's because that's salvation. We're delivered from the enemy.
Right.
All right? That's what the Lord coming to do. He coming to save us. All right? Go ahead.
Hey, whole Psalms 119, 155.
I'm going to finish this. It says, and all thy adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity.
What is captivity? All right? Because the classic of Revelation 13th chapter, all right, give you the preacher of the heathen. All right? He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. All right? Let's start with Esau, Edom.
How you get salvation out of captivity?
I don't even know.
How you get that? I just want to know, like, salvation, captivity. Captivity, salvation. You want to go to jail? You want to go home. You can't compare the two.
It says, they that spoil thee shall be their spoil. Hey, you know they've been bought and paid for, man. They know, but they teaching false doctrine for what filthy lucre.
Hey, Baba Kushak, can I get a precept to back up our adversaries exactly who they are?
Go ahead.
Can I just, the adversary, last time I checked, it means enemy, right? This is Psalm 83. All right? It says, the Most High implored to confound his enemies. It says, a psalm of Asaph, keep not thou silence, O Yahweh Shai. Hold not thy peace. Be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
See, they became proud. Why? Because they have the Israelites in their possession.
Yep.
They have waxed rich. All these nations have become rich on the backs of who? The Israelites. Go ahead.
It says, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
And that's where you get those summit meetings. All right, the round table meetings. All right, that's how they make, covenant against Israel. Go ahead.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
Right, which are the Israelites.
In the AMP it says they concoct crafty schemes against your people.
Right. To this day.
And conspire together against your hidden and precious ones.
There you go. So if you think about the movies and everything, it's all the way. It's all to dump you down. Television, internet, period. That's why the internet is only one use. To let the web see this word.
Yep.
Because within anything else, it stray your mind from the truth.
Yep.
It stray your mind away from your high by sign of purpose. All right?
Yep. That's why they turn rap music into what it is today.
Yeah. So when rappers came out, it was all about a conscience.
Yep.
Conscious now. All right? Now, how from conscious to 2025 is straight drill music, straight violence.
Yep.
But here it is, fight the power. Come together, brother. Get your mind right. Yeah, we little, back in New York when they first brought up the rap, going back and forth, freestyling.
Bringing the drugs into the community.
And now
that was one of the schemes.
Yeah, that's one of the schemes. That's right.
Yep.
The guns.
They have said, come and let us wipe them out as a nation.
See that?
Let the name of Israel be remembered no more.
Exactly, and that's what they try to do through the crack era.
Yep.
That epidemic, that was a heavy.
Right.
Yeah, that was heavy, man. Going back to the
Come
crack
let us
era,
wipe
man.
them out.
Yeah, I'm trying to wipe them out. You know what I'm saying? Then you had the war on games. You know, they try to wipe Jake out. You know, you know what I'm saying? She had trips to Chicago, New York, Memphis. It was just going down for a certain period of time of just straight violence against Israel on Israel. All right, but it's all orchestrated. All right, it says, for they have conspired together with one mind against you. Yeah, because however, East Indian came and told us, never. Never have they ever told us who we were. You know? But the thing is, when the small James talks about the person they had, they on the bridge calling for help. You know? They want us to join in with them so they get persecuted. You see the hypocrisy in that? Damn these nations, man. These fucking heathens cannot be saved. Get over it, Jake. Y'all take what you gotta. Hey, you go to jail for your high by shooting outside. Stand up for no right. Jake, just nobody, they're gonna sell out like that, man. Go ahead, Todd.
That's why I say, he will rise up.
Yes, the evildoers. Yeah, Jake, you know how Jay say, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. You see these niggas falling, man, but they ain't trying to stand up for the truth.
Instead of them rising up
Against,
they rising up with it.
They taking on.
Rising up with it.
And it says, for they have conspired together with one mind against you, they make a covenant.
Yeah.
The tents of Edom.
Who?
The tents of Edom.
That's off the rip. How they said off the Whopper chopper.
Number one.
That's number one.
Numero uno.
He ain't say Moab first, he said Edom.
Edom.
So why? Because they're the head of this shit.
That's the first nigga that's gonna get cut off. Edom, the Israelites, Moab.
Yep. See, the Lord got so special for Moab. He don't stop shit out Moab. You know? Go ahead.
Hagarites,
Yep.
Jabal, Ammon.
They're dealing with the so-called Africans, man.
Yep. Ammon, Amalek,
Amalek.
Philistines.
See that? The Philistines are Hamites.
Yep.
Today they want to talk with Palestinians talking about the East Indians.
Yeah.
But no, the two Philistines are the Hamites and the new bones and shit.
Yeah.
You're snaking that Tom.
Philistines.
Hey, look. Hey, look. Bobo. We folks got his army. Man, them folks through. Them folks through, man. Them folks get out. Them folks get out and jumping straight up and down. No salt. No salt. But you could tell, going back into these heathens have became to be Lord over us. All right, they all in cahoots.
Yep.
They know the EU, doing all these nations. They in cahoots.
The G20 summit.
Yeah, the summit meeting.
So when it said all your enemies is gonna go into captivity,
All
these motherfuckers I just named going into captivity.
That's right. And that's why the Lord is stirring up war. All right? Because he's going to allow them to fight against each other. All right? Just to stir that up, to build that fire up, that tents up, and you have a second going to take the cloud and destroy all their ass, man. And everyone that's left, all right, throughout the earth, they go into captivity. But here at Babylon the Great, they all going to the smoke, man.
We come in, we slide our way in.
Man,
Right? Who ever thought?
bro, that's a real Jake move too, boy. They just slide through the, slide through the creek. Okay, it's still open.
We coming through the front door though. We ain't, you know?
Yeah, but we're gonna, like I say, in that day, the elect gonna have spiritual power. So we're gonna be able to just walk through the door. You know what I'm saying? A crip on. That's why they're gonna be. hey, I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be a sight to see. That power.
Yeah. Yeah, because we done let some powers in the earth, man.
Right, bro.
Not through Moabites, man. Who told y'all that?
Matter of fact, grab 1 Corinthians 15, starting 22.
Hey, look,
Right here.
you got Psalms 119? Yeah, I want to bring this out.
The Psalms,
15 started like 20.
the Psalms 119 and 155, it says, salvation is far from the wicked, for they seek not thy statutes.
That's it.
We can break it down.
Yeah, it's
Salvation.
far from the wicked.
Yeah, who is the wicked? Malachi the 4th chapter telling you, Esau Edom. Salvation is far for them. They're never going to get it. They will never receive salvation.
It ain't in them.
You know?
Because they was born to be the wicked. We were going to Romans. It said, Romans the 9th chapter. All right? The justice for honor. And he created a justice for dishonor. Esau is the justice for what? Dishonor. So he profane, he cannot. You know what I'm saying? There's no way. A leper cannot change his spot.
Well, it say salvation is far from the wicked, and then when you read in the scriptures, it addresses Israel as saviors, right? So, what did it say in Obadiah concerning when Jacob and Joseph was going to be to Esau Edom?
A house, it said,
and a fire, Joseph a flame, and Esau for stubble. And there will be none remaining of the house of Esau.
Because who has spoken? Who has spoken? Thus said the Lord, not us. The Lord said that.
I ain't put that in the Lord's
Right. No, the Lord said that. We know that Heavenly Father Yahweh was a man that he cannot allow.
So these niggas speaking against the Lord.
Can't make the Lord a liar. Can't wait for the Lord to shut you guys.
Remember, the Most High is not mocked. I want to mock the Lord.
You don't see it.
I want to watch it.
You don't see it.
He said, bring them hither.
Yep. Slay them before
Slay
them.
them. They don't want to follow up under the rule, the shift, or the righteous judgment of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. They want to
establish their own.
Establish their own.
Yep.
With the heathens.
Yep.
Yeah, because God, remember the Lord, when we come out from chariots, New Jerusalem, when the elect come out from chariots, we go into the other countries, where we heathens at, when we worship their God, because all this shit is all the same. All this shit gets broken up. You know? All the gods get burnt up, man. And they ass going right in captivity. Alright? And then after 1,000 years, that's when they're going to start to learn our ways. And that's what we're going to say, because why? The Howard Sapper come put down all rules and the authority on earth as it is in heaven.
You know, 1,000 years gonna be long.
Yeah.
One day gonna be long.
One day gonna be like one day gonna sound like a year.
Like the day was, the day was long.
Yeah.
Right now, see, Christmas Eve, that shit, next week.
Clock on TikTok way different. Like 60 seconds a minute. Thanks 60 seconds a minute.
One day can feel like a whole year. Just imagine one day feel like a whole year. One day. That's why I guess I want to see these bozos up to, cause the freezing, because he knows what's at stake.
They gonna be on daylight saving time. It ain't gonna matter. It don't matter because you don't work. You don't work from 7 to 7. You don't have every shift. Ain't no weekend. It's 1,000 year end. This shit don't end till 1,000 years. 1,000 year end. Ain't no weekend.
And then on top of that, ain't no division among Israel. You see, that's how you know that our king is going to reign forever, because the Lord's going to cut out the division, because they'll call it a curse. And we finna come out of them curses. The Lord said he's going to give us a new covenant. He been put the laws in us. So ain't gonna be no more war between the flesh and the flesh.
And you know what? Them niggas that said the Gentiles could be saved, I hope the Lord make their ass miss out on the whole 1,000 years. Don't get them. Don't even come back. These are the type of niggas I hope they don't even get to come back until the 1,000 years is over with. Yeah, you want them to be saved, right? Okay, we saved you for sin.
don't want none of them niggas coming through. I'm better than that. I don't want none of you Genesis niggas coming through my loins. None of you niggas coming through my loins. Hell no. They're not getting a whip from me. You ain't gonna hear no whip from me, goddamn. You wanna save these motherfuckers? Okay. You come back after the 1,000 years over with. Miss out on all of them.
Yeah, you gotta hear about it.
You gotta hear about it.
Yeah.
You know, you remember you wanted to save them. So we saved your ass to 1,000 years ago.
22.
Okay. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 21. For since by man came death, by man came also the resurrection of the dead. For as in Adam all die, even so in the anointing shall all be made alive.
There you go, took Yahweh shot. You know? That's why he came. Go ahead.
Verse 23, but every man in his own order. Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, the first fruits, afterward, they that are anointed in his coming.
Right, so you got Yahweh Shai, got King David, the 12, 144,000, 1/3, and then you got, you know what I'm saying, the rest of Israel. All right, so he's going to be in that order. All right, that's why you go back to the ceremony. He said, who is that that crowned them? He said, Yahweh Shai. All right, go ahead. In that order.
Then cometh the end.
Then what?
Then cometh the end.
Because they're going to be the end of who? All right, because the beginning of the which follows the kingdom of heaven going to Jacob is when we come down out the chariots. All right, to bind those kings. Like you said, Psalms 137, to bind their kings with chains and they noses with feathers of iron. All right, to what? To execute what? Judgment. All right, go ahead. He's going to go into that. To execute judgment. It's coming, go ahead.
Then cometh the end, when he shall have delivered up the kingdom of the Most High.
Right.
So like the kingdom to the Most High.
Right.
Even the Father, when he shall have put down all rule and all authority and power.
That's what Yahweh Shai coming to do. That's why they say he coming like a man. He's not going to meet me as a man. Why? Because he's going to come down and put down all rules and authority on earth as it is in heaven. Go ahead.
Verse 25, for he must reign till he has put all enemies under his feet.
There you go. He said he must reign. You get that word reign? Till he have what? Put all enemies under his foot. What that means? Put somebody under your foot. Under subjection.
This is reign in the blue letter, G936. Outline of biblical usage, to be king, to exercise kingly power.
See that? To exercise kingly power. So therefore the king has the power to what? To kill. To do what he wants. That's why they screaming on Trump. No king. Because Trump act like he got the power to do what the fuck he want to do. You know? Go ahead.
To reign of the governor of a province.
The who?
Of the governor of a province.
The governor. So when you go into Isaiah 9:6, my fact, grab it real quick, Isaiah 9:6. Sorry that the governor is speaking about the house of David, starting with the Yahweh Shai. All right? It's Isaiah, because going to the governor, Burton grab, what is it, Revelation, is it Revelation 7? We used to make us a pillar, the temple.
It's Isaiah 9:6.
Go ahead.
For unto us a child is born.
See, who is that son, who is that child was born? Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
Unto us a son is given.
Right?
And the government shall be upon his shoulder.
The government shall be upon his shoulder.
And his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor.
Yeah.
The Mighty Power. The Everlasting Father.
Yeah. The Prince of Peace.
Of the increase of his government.
In the history of what? The government.
And peace, there shall be no end.
There you go. In the way it says it shall be no end. So the kingdom of heaven is what? Forever and forever and forever. That's why it's written in Revelation or the 6th chapter when we go to the Lord's Prayer. All right? As it is in heaven, forever and what? Forever and forever. Amen. All right, go ahead.
And it says, of the increase of the government and peace, there should be no end.
Right.
Upon the throne of David.
See that upon the who? The throne of David. Just let you know that this is the house of David being built. All right? And did he not tell him that he's going to establish, all right, Yahweh Shai kingdom upon David? Go ahead.
And it says, to order it and to establish it with judgment.
See that? To order it and establish with what? With judgment. So these heathens, they going off, what's going to happen? We're going to judge their hands according to what? According to the scriptures. According to the laws and commandments of the Lord.
It said, with justice from henceforth, even forever.
See that?
The seal of the Lord of hosts will perform this.
There you go. All right, and that's what Yahweh Shai coming to do, man. To lay the law down on earth as it is in heaven, man. All right, you got something? Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
It's Revelation 3 and verse 12. It says, him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my power.
Right, and where's the pillar? All right, and it's something that just support. That's why I said the government should be upon his shoulders. All right, because what Yahweh Shai just support. Go ahead.
It says, and he shall go no more out, and I will write upon him the name of my power and the name of the city of my power, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven.
Which coming down out of heaven. Okay.
For my power, and I will write upon him my new name.
That's it. All right. Now go back to the first
Corinthians.
And basically what's going to be established is the Lord's name. All right, Yahweh Shai going to be established in the earth once and for all, man. All right, they going to know. All right, these heathens going to know. Why? Because we're going to beat their ass to submission. Just like how they did us, when we go into like Cooper Kid Day, they beat the brakes off his ass till his name was Toby. All right, guess what? We better do the same thing, but it better be in righteousness. We're going to beat y'all ass till y'all know. And y'all start speaking Hebrew. All right, you ain't gonna be speaking no English.
They would do that until Jay submit, man.
Yeah.
So basically, like you saying, basically like you put your foot on his neck. You submitted, you done.
Yeah.
They beat it out. They beat your name out of you, man. Now you whatever I tell you.
Yeah, you didn't go back to our language. Remember, for going back to the God of Egypt, man, it's so easy. All right? It's gonna be some other language.
In 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 25 again, for he must reign till he has put all enemies under his feet.
There you go, going right back to the enemies. So he put all enemies under his foot, man. And we just read our enemy list going to Psalms the 83rd chapter. Go ahead.
The last enemy that shall be destroyed is death.
And there you go. The last enemy to be destroyed is death. And what is death? Sin. What is sin? Transgressing against the law. See that? And the Lord going to put that out. All right, by the way of delivering us out of that fire and putting these heathens in captivity. Because that's what make us go off. You know, by the way that what they do in the world, how they feed us, you know what I'm saying, all these poison the earth, and poison the water. Look what they give us to watch. Look what they give us to wear. We going out where we were. We going out. These nations know. They can sell 100% cotton, 100% this and that. But what you got mixed fabric, you got mixed this, mixed that. All right, so they cause us to go out. But the Lord is coming to save us from that. So the last enemy that's going to destroy is death, man. We have to saw evil. All right? Yeah. Well, he said, bind the kings with chains. Start at 5.
In Psalms 149, it says, for the Lord taketh pleasure in his people. He will
beautify the meek with salvation.
There you go. See that? He's gonna beautify the meek with salvation, man. So our glory is coming. All right, but we're gonna get it after the Lord get His glory, which is what through His salvation. Go ahead.
It said, "Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds.
Right.
Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth."
Yeah, because why? The Lord is good unto Israel. You know, because why? In the kingdom of heaven, we're going to be praising the Lord. All right, because look, we're going to look what position we're going to be in and look what the position that those that rule over us going to be in. See, what's going to happen is there's going to be a transition of power. All right, so you're not going to tell me you're going to be glorifying the Lord, praising the Lord, for putting your enemy under your foot as you was once under theirs. Go ahead.
It says, "Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth,
Right.
and a two-edged sword in their
And a
hand,
two-edged sword, all right, in their hand.
to execute vengeance upon the
Woo,
heathen,
to execute vengeance upon the heathen.
and punishment
Not
upon
some
the
of them.
people."
We just read in Jeremiah, all our adversaries going to captivity. All the heathens going to take part in getting their ass towed up. Not some of them. All right, go ahead.
And punishments upon the people.
And punishment upon the people. So Esau, Edom, first and foremost, and guess what? All the rest of these nations, they ass going to captivity. Go ahead.
It says to bind their kings with chains.
Right, so you got Kim Jong-un, Vladimir Fruit, all right, you know, DJ Trump, all these kings, man. All right, guess what? They is going to captivity. Go ahead.
To bind their kings with chains and their nobles with feathers of arms.
Right.
To execute them the judgments written.
There you go. Execute the judgment is written. What is written in? It's written in the law.
It says, "Dishonor him of all his saints."
Right?
Praise the Lord.
There you go. That's what's going to happen. That's what comes down the pipeline for your heathens. Y'all going to captivity. Thus said the Lord. All right, there's no other way to get around it. Go ahead.
It's Isaiah 14, starting at the top. It says, "For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel."
And that's why World War III is being brewed up, because this is the way that the Lord finna take us out of our captivity. All right, it's gonna be about a way of war. All right, go ahead.
And set them in their own land.
And that's what the Lord gonna do after New Jerusalem come down out from chariots. He's gonna set us in our own land. Within that land, these heathens gonna build our land. Right. Just as we built America. All right, guess what? These heathens gonna build up Israel, man. Go ahead.
And the strangers shall be joined with them.
Which are the Israelite foreigners. All right, because you go up to the world strangers with big guard. All right, speaking about the Israelites, man. They're going to be joined with us. They got Israelites scattered up. You got the four corners of the earth. All right?
Yeah, they just going off back on the point earlier. What we were talking about. You know, difference between the Jews and the Gentiles. And those are these strangers was what the Israelite foreigners.
That's it.
It was Hellenized. They partook in speaking Greek and those customs when they returned back until, you know what I'm saying, the righteousness of Yahweh, just like we did. We speak English and things, English, maybe Spanish too. You know, partook in Christmas, you know, these other things, but once we woke up to who we were, when we stopped,
we turn back.
We turn back.
We start rehearsing the righteous acts.
Yep.
Go ahead.
So it says, "And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place."
Now they're speaking about the heathens, the natural heathens. But that's what we're going to do when we come down out through Sherry. We just read it. As Yahweh shall reign, so he's put down all rule and authority on the earth. All right, go ahead.
But and the people shall take them. It's talking about the Israelites.
Yeah.
With the saints we just read in Psalm 149.
Yeah,
To
bind the kids with chains. I mean, we're going to take their ass somewhere. Go ahead.
And it says, "And bring them to their place.
Yeah.
And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for service."
See that? For serving.
And handmaid.
Transition of power.
Serving and handmaid.
If we not serving, if we not handmaid, especially when you go back in the time we was in bondage. All right, go ahead.
And it says, like back then, right? You saw Jacob and all, you know what I'm saying, being days was the house niggas.
Yeah.
But
That was
now-
your butler car.
Yeah, the butlers. And then what now in today's, right? Esau either, he hired Issachar. You know what I'm saying? To come
Yeah, be a maid,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that transition to power for the car, y'all finna be our maid, but Esau either, like that's what I was saying, you ain't gonna be nowhere near the house.
Nah, nigga, you in the
Nowhere near. Nowhere near.
Jack ain't gonna have
Ain't
you
no house
here.
either, Mike.
There you go.
No house either, Mike. Like house niggas.
Hell
No.
Nah,
They're gonna be doing the worst shit.
Man.
They're gonna
Low level
They're gonna be
shit.
doing the worst. Worst jobs we got in the kingdom. That's gonna all be Atlanta.
Yeah.
I'm done here.
Man.
I'm done here, boy.
Get this shit up. Hey, literally, get this shit up. Go ahead.
And it says, and they shall take them captives who captives they
That's
were.
my bag up Jeremiah 30 and 16.
Yeah.
You see, cause we finna take them captives. Cause we was captives. All right, go ahead.
And they shall take them captives who captives they were, and they shall rule over their
We're gonna
oppressors.
rule over our oppressors. That's why Apostle Gabar, he did that lesson the other day about having a kingdom mindset, a kingly mindset. We gotta have a kingdom mindset, man. These niggas ain't got it.
Hey, can we get Revelation 2 and 25?
We need on it.
I can get,
Yeah,
can't go to five.
so it's gonna speak specifically how we're gonna get a little bit more particular on how we're gonna rule over our oppressors.
So this is Isaiah 14 and 3 now. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall give thee rest
See?
from thy
The Lord
sorrow
finna give us rest.
and from thy fear.
Right, and John the Revelator saw that. You go into Revelation 21 and 4. All right? The Lord gave us rest. He's going to give us rest, man. Go
You
ahead.
shall be waking up in fear, something. Wake up like, damn, am I late?
Man, I hate that shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Man,
We're living
All
life in
going
fear.
on.
man,
We ain't gonna have that no more,
man.
man.
Yeah.
Woo. It says, and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve.
That's it. They're hard bondage. Yeah.
And it says, verse 4, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon.
Exactly. That's why, like Anatol said earlier, who should stand up against me? Who should stand up for me against the evil? As in one of my favorites, Ezekiel 35 and 1. Set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. All right? Because Esau evil is the evil doer, man. Okay?
And it says, the king of Babylon is saying, how have the oppressor ceased?
Yeah.
The golden city ceased.
Right, because the prophets, and the really time now was building the city, living up their veil, the sanctuary spirit is being poured upon, all right, the glory of Esau. Go ahead.
Verse 5, it says, the Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked
Yeah.
and the scepters of the rulers.
That's it. It's being broken by this word. And when Yahweh Shai comes, he most definitely gonna be broken. The hammer of the earth. Go ahead.
This Revelation 2 in verse 25, it says, but that which you have, hold fast till I come.
Yeah, well, what do you have? This faith, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. The sure word of prophecy. You know? So it's too, it ain't the time to get to the finish line and fumble the ball, man. Come on, man, what we doing? You know what it is. We ain't finna remix this, man. Especially not so no damn heathens can make it. Y'all niggas need to go back and watch some slave movies or something, man. That's right, bro. I know what the fuck, man. Ain't no fucking way. No. Go ahead,
It
bro.
says, verse 26, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations.
Give us power over the nations. Go ahead. What we gonna do with that power?
And he shall rule them with a rod of
We
iron.
gonna rule them with that power.
Hey, going right back to Psalms 149 we just read.
The scripture say we gonna sever out continual employment. Yeah. Unemployment is not gonna be a word. It don't translate into Hebrew.
Tell him to stay busy.
Yeah, you know, walking the hand. See your ass like a whip will come out of nowhere like 2 times.
Oh, with the belt. With his belt.
The belt came out of nowhere. Oh, fuck that.
The clock gonna be the moon. You know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
The phase of the moon is what you gonna know when your shift over with.
Oh, yeah.
And when the Sabbath comes.
Yeah.
They're like, oh man, it's the first Sabbath. Full moon. Oh, it's the second Sabbath, Pop. It ain't quite there yet. Yeah, I need to be trying to clean up and ride them last 3 more minutes out.
Yeah.
Ain't there yet, nigga. Ain't there yet, nigga. Get them kicks to swing.
He saw your job. He want your ass to work.
Right.
8 o'clock, he want you working.
Right.
You know tomorrow you come to work, you gotta be there at 8 o'clock, you come at 7:55, he wants you working, it's okay with your stay at 8 o'clock. Now, how much more than King here, how you gonna have that? I even hope they ain't
I
gonna
remember I
have
was working at Hino back in the day. I'm like in my early 20s. You had stations, reserve parts that you worked on for them drive shafts. I think they dealt with the axles and the parts and shit on the tundras and shit like that.
Yeah.
So everybody had a station where they specialized in whatever. I remember mine was the differential case. Anyway, so they had bells and shit. Like, so when the bell go off, you know that's the part of your break, right? So I'm coming back from break. Now, let's just say this is the station. I'm coming back from break. Now, the station got a little gate. You gotta open the gate up. I open the gate up. Ding, 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 ding. Why you late? What you mean why I'm late? I'm in here. When I came in, the bell went off. What you talking about? Yeah, like I was outside or after the bell. Man, next day I'm in the office. We went in the station when the bell went off. What you talking about? Then my station was right by the gate. I was at the end of the line, so when I come in the gate, all I do is go right here up in my spot. Your station. Real time. Come on, man.
Man.
Hard on me.
Man.
But it was, you know, I was an Edomite that was my lead. Every, I want to say, I think that is the chap that's over there. But it was an Edomite that was like my direct supervisor that was over the, you know, that department. And his ass got me brought up and fired.
Man.
We ain't gonna find you, Esau, unless after your 1,000 years.
We gonna fire your ass. That works. You're gonna have your job when you come back. When you come back in the day, you're gonna hold your position for you.
You always got a job, buddy.
You gotta use the terms Esau say, not fire, but terminate.
Terminate. Yeah.
That's what your ass gonna get terminated.
This Revelation 2:27. It says, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers.
That's them dishonorable vessels. What you do with dishonorable vessels? You break them into shivers. You know? You ever seen a potter, he makes some shit you don't like, you just say,
It don't fit.
and the rod of iron gonna be a righteous judgment. Y'all, that's what y'all really gonna like. Y'all gonna get used to the work before y'all get used to the righteous judgment, because it just ain't easy to do right. That's what's gonna get your ass. The work ain't gonna get your ass whooped as much as you being wicked. That's what you gonna get your ass whooped for the most. Yeah.
It's just like Jake.
You gotta remember, it's stated in Deuteronomy 37. They gotta go through what we went through.
Yup.
So it's gonna be hard on them. All these curses become point out anyway.
That's the thing. You
know how churches did us. Yeah. And then the hell we gonna bring on them, ain't none of it gonna be converted. Like all of the perverted ass shit, you know? Book breaking, now we ain't gonna do none of that. Nah. We're gonna be righteous ass. We're gonna do something worse to you than that, but it's gonna be right.
It's gonna be double. Double of what they did to us. It's double time, man. So, man, it ain't for me to figure it out. You know, you finna go through it. Good partner. And it says, even as I received of my Father, and I will give him the morning star.
He said, you heard what he said? Even as he have received of his Father. And guess what? The house I have given us the same. You go to John 15 chapter. And he said, I have given them what I have given me. So we got the same understanding. All right, what's in hand for these heathens, man? We're going to be coming up with sports to whoop these our ass. We're going to have different games. We're going to have different little games. We're going to have just to whoop your ass. They had games for us. But it was fun for them. It was fun for them doing the things they were doing to us. So we're going to make fun doing the things that we're going to do to you.
Your contract.
Yup.
We'll go over the contract with you.
Make sure you understand. They go to handbook right here.
Talking about wages. Come on, man.
Feed your ass enough just not to die.
Yeah, they got remember going back to the Cowboys last year with the missionary. That's what they wanted to bring a drop.
It's a salary. Get a nigga a system being.
Make it work.
This ain't enough. Make it enough.
last verse, Revelation 2:29, it says, He that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches.
That's it. Them niggas can't hear though. That's music to my ears.
Me too. That's bumping.
Man, what?
That's a great song.
I love that song.
That song bumping.
Man, Tupac who?
Yeah. Lord be spitting. Lord be spitting, man. Yeah. We got enough time. But yeah, like, just want to say, let's continue to fear the Lord, let's continue to watch, and continue to pray. So we head into some terrible times, difficult times, evil times, and all we have is you have about to outside if you're on that side. All right, we know this devil is coming down with a great wrath. We got to continue to stay focused in the spirit. Okay, that's controversial. All right, all these so-called Gentiles can make it, affect our business and the prostitute. All right? Watch. Let's say, hold fast with the have.
Didn't know, man.
We got
Hey, so, Lord willing, this was edifying for the elect. We're going to turn toward the east. Give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Kakadash.
All right, we're going to give double honors to the elders and the apostles at GMS, and salutations and blessings to the Akim around the world, preaching and teaching this truth.
Abba!
Abba! Abba the woman! Abba the young!
Hey, how about Shema Shabbat Thumb? Shalom.
Shalom.